You don't just think about getting rich occasionally. It's always on your mind. It's not some lazy fantasy you drift into before bed. No, this is real. It burns into you. It guides your decisions, your mindset, and the way you show up every single day. You've probably told someone, maybe a friend, a family member, that you're going to be rich someday. And they might have laughed, rolled their eyes, acted like you were being ridiculous. But you didn't flinch, because deep down, you know, it's not a matter of if, it's when. And no, this obsession isn't about greed. It's about freedom. It's about living life on your own terms, making an impact, creating opportunities for yourself and for others. You can already see it, that version of you in the future. It feels so real. It's like you can reach out and touch it. That's why you're able to keep pushing through, even when things get tough. You're not distracted by shiny things. While others waste time chasing short-term highs or meaningless drama, you're focused. You're learning, planning, making moves, one brick at a time. People might say you're too ambitious, that you're dreaming too big. But look, people said that about every single person who made history. You're in good company. And here's the thing. You stress about success, but not in a bad way. It's more like you're driven by a responsibility you feel. You think about what success means, not just for you, but for your parents. You want to retire them. You want them to live without stress, without struggle. You carry that vision with you. It's a deep, quiet pressure, but it's built on love and gratitude. You're doing this not just for you, but for them, and for everyone who believed in you when you were nothing but potential. This kind of pressure isn't toxic. It's powerful. It's a sign that you're on the right path. Because when your mission is bigger than you stop making excuses. You show up, even when it's hard. You're not just chasing money. You're building something that can change lives. That's not just ambition. That's purpose. And as this vision becomes clearer, you've started noticing something else. You're just not into wasting time like you used to be. Scrolling social media for hours, binging video games, it doesn't feel the same anymore. It feels like time slipping away. Now, you'd rather be building something, learning something, growing, reading books on money or strategy, watching videos about mindset, even working on that tiny side project that's slowly becoming more than just a hobby. That's not a coincidence. That shift is real. It means your mind is evolving. You're starting to value your time because you understand how valuable it is. You don't hate relaxing. You just want it to matter. Maybe you wind down with a podcast that sparks ideas, or take a quiet moment to reflect on what you've built so far. You're treating time like gold. That's what successful people do. That's what you're doing. And here's something else. You've noticed a shift in your friendships too. Spending time with certain people doesn't feel the same. It's not about thinking you're better than them. It's just your conversations feel off. While they're talking about parties or celebrity gossip, you're thinking about business ideas or personal goals. And honestly, that's okay. You're not weird. You're growing. You're starting to gravitate toward people who get it. People who push you, challenge you, think bigger. Sometimes that means feeling lonely for a bit, because your old circle that isn't going where you're going. But guess what? That's part of the journey. Your circle doesn't need to be big, it just needs to be aligned. Successful people will tell you. Your network shapes your future. And the fact that you're starting to choose your relationships intentionally, that's huge. You're also trying to get it together in other ways too. You're thinking about waking up earlier, eating better, building habits. You might not have nailed it all yet, but the fact that you care, that you're trying, that says everything. You're journaling, meditating, maybe even blocking out your week. You're experimenting. And while it's not always consistent, the desire is there. That desire to level up. Because you know deep down, wealth isn't just about money. It's about becoming a person who can handle wealth. Someone disciplined, focused, resilient. So every time you show up and try again, even after slipping, that's a win. Every small improvement is a brick in the empire you're building, and you've become hungry for knowledge. You're reading books, listening to podcasts, studying successful people, not just to admire them, but to understand them. You want to know how they think, what they do, how they got there. You're not sitting around hoping for a lucky break. You're preparing yourself for opportunities, because when the time comes, you want to be ready. And let's be real. That hunger to learn, that curiosity, that's something the rich always have. Because success isn't an event. It's a practice. It's built on learning. Always. And now, you're doing the one thing that separates you from 90% of people. You're taking action. Even if it's small, even if it's messy, even if you don't have everything figured out. Maybe you started a small business, opened a savings account, cut back on spending, started paying off debt, took that online course. You did something, and that something matters more than most people realize. Because action builds momentum. And momentum, that's the secret sauce. Most people talk. You're doing, even if it's not perfect. And let's talk about failure. The part that 99% of people miss, and the part that makes all the difference. You're not afraid to fail. That's rare. Most people hit a wall, take a loss, or face rejection, and they quit. But not you. You understand that failure isn't the end. It's a step, a lesson, a signal to adjust and try again. You've probably failed already. Maybe a business idea tanked, or you set a goal and didn't hit it. And yeah, it sucked. But you didn't let it break you. You learned. You got smarter, stronger. That mindset? That's gold. Because people who win at life, they fail more than most. They just don't stop. You're building that kind of resilience. You don't run from mistakes. You face them, study them, and come back with a better plan. You're in it for the long haul. And that puts you miles ahead. So if you recognize even a few of these signs in yourself, don't underestimate what they mean. You're already on the path. You might not be rich yet. You might not feel successful every day. But the habits, the mindset, the drive, they're already there. You're building something real. Something that will pay off if you stick with it. So keep going. Stay focused. Keep growing. Don't let failure stop you. Don't let doubt hold you back. Don't let temporary distractions pull you off your path. Because wealth isn't just about money. It's about becoming someone who can handle it. Someone who can use it to make a difference. Someone who creates a life that matters. You're already becoming that person. Now don't stop.